Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to the temple. We begin our service singing Hinei Matov Umanaim, how good and how pleasant it is to be here together and to celebrate Shabbat together. And we turn to page 172 to sing together Matovu. We rise as we turn to page 195 for the Berlow. And we read together, Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, Yotzer Or Uvore Choshech, Ose Shalom Uvore Et Hakol, Ameir La'aretz Veladarim Aleha Berachamim, Uvetuvo Mechadesh Bechol Yom Tamid, Maaseh Vereshit. Marabu Maasecha Adonai, Kulam Bechokma Asita, Mala'a Aretz Kinyanecha, תתברך אדוני אלוהינו על שבח מעשי ידיך ועל מאורי אור שעשית יפה רוח הסלע. אור חדש על ציון תאיר ונזכה כולנו מהרה לאורו. ברוך אתה אדוני יוצר המאורות. And we read together on the top of page 196. The world is sunlight, restoring the soul, rejoicing the heart, bringing light to the eyes. I have no light to give the morning. My Torah, my special human gift is words. As I bring my words forth from silence, welcome them, you who redeem the sun from darkness. Baruch atah Adonai, Yoser HaMeorot. And we turn to page 200 for the calling of the Shema. Be seated.
And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you shall be upon your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up, and when you rise up, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house, and upon your gates, and upon your gates, and you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
And we read together the Ve'ahavta. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך. וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. And we turn to page 204 to sing the same song that Miriam and Moses and the people of Israel sang as they were crossing the Sea of Reeds. rise as we turn to page 205 for the tefillah.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agin tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
Baruch ata Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר, מושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. Source of all being, we turn to you as did our people in ancient days. They beheld you in the heavens, they felt you in their hearts, they sought you in their lives. Their quest is ours. Help us to see the one word being.
Give us the courage to search for truth. Teach us the path to a better life. So shall we, by our lives and our labors, bring nearer the world we envision, one of justice, freedom, and peace.
Baruch ata Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. And we read together, you are the open door that beckons me in.
Peeping around the door frame, I begin to enter into your glory.
You move me forward, O Eternal, to step beyond self-made boundaries. Lift my foot over the threshold that I might abide with you. In the house of the Eternal,
I found my questions waiting to be posed.
they filled me with wonder. Sit with me, eternal teacher. Encourage my seeking. As I fill my hours with your mitzvot, so shall I be filled. Send me through your door, stretching up to honor your name, sharing out this wonder, enriching myself in the giving.
Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all.
Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ, כבודו, אדיר, אדירנו, אדוני, אדוננו, מה אדיר שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
To all generations we will make known your greatness, and to all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. Turn now to page 216 for the blessing for shalom, for peace and wellness and wholeness. O God, may we never become complacent, faltering in our effort to build a world of peace. Let the nations know and understand that justice and right are better than dominion and conquest. May all come to see that it is not by might nor by power, but by your Spirit that life prevails. Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
שים שלום Shalom, Tova, Uvracha. וחסד, חן וחסד ורחמים. חן וחסד, חן וחסד ורחמים, ורחמים. שים שלום, טובה וברכה. שים שלום, טובה וברכה. עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עמך שים שלום, טובה וברכה. שים שלום, טובה וברכה.
We take a moment for a silent prayer. Turn now to page 253 for the Misha Berach, the prayer for healing and courage and strength. We name in our hearts those we know that need healing and courage and strength as we sing together the Misha Berach. We turn now to page 244 for Seder Kriyat HaTorah LeShabbat, the order of reading from the Torah on Shabbat. Please rise.
Adonai melech
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Our God is one, Adonai is great, holy is God's name.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Lecha Adonai Hagidula, V'hagivura, V'hatiferet, V'hanetzach, V'ha'od. Ki cho b'shamayim u'va'aretz, Ki cho b'shamayim u'va'aretz. Lecha Adonai ha'mamlacha, V'hamitnaseh lechol erosh.
Please be seated. This is a special Shabbat. It's called Shabbat HaGadol. It's the great Sabbath, the great Shabbat. It's the Shabbat before Passover. We have a special haftarah from the book of Malachi, that speaks about a day that will be better for the world, where it says that on that day Elijah will bring back the heart of parents with their children and children with their parents. So the day that we will be in harmony with our children is the day that the world will be redeemed according in a way for our haftarah. And our Torah portion is the regular Torah portion on the Seder, on the order from the book of Leviticus. Next week we're going to take a break from Leviticus, and we'll have the Torah portion that is special for the in-between days that are in the holiday of Passover. But this week we're reading the Torah portion which is called Metzorah, the person who is inflicted with tzarat, an affliction that we do not exactly know what it is. You will see why from the reading that we do in the Torah, but a Metzorah is a person that is inflicted with tzarat, some kind of a skin disease, but it's not only people who get that. And actually the part that I chose to read is about the tzarat of the house, the infliction that comes on the house. On last week's Torah portion, we had the tzarat of the beged, the infliction that comes to the clothes. I don't think we have a doctor here, so I'm very careful on what I'm saying, but I don't think that clothes and houses usually get human diseases, that's a medical thing. Also, it's the priest that deals with curing the Metzorah, the person who is inflicted, and the same priest is also curing the clothes or the house. We're going to read from Leviticus chapter 14 from verse 33 onwards. And before that, we go to page 250 to say the blessing for reading words of Torah. Can you read us, Benji?
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Olam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
וידבר אדוני אל משה ואל אהרון לאמור, כי תבואו אל ארץ כנען אשר אני נותן לכם לאחוזה, ונתתי נגע צרעת בבית ארץ אחוזתכם. ובא אשר לו הבית ויגיד לכהן לאמור, כנגע נראה לי בבית, וציווה הכהן, ופינו את הבית בטרם יבוא הכהן לראות את הנגע. ולא יטמע כל אשר בבית, ואחרי כן יבוא הכהן לראות את הבית, וראה את הנגע, והנה הנגע בקירות הבית, שקערורית, ירקרקות או אדמדמות ומראין, שפל מן הקיר. ויצא הכהן מן הבית אל פתח הבית, והסגיר את הבית 7 ימים. Adonai spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, when you enter the land of Canaan that I give you as a possession, and I inflict an eruptive plague upon a house in the land you possess, the owner of the house shall come and tell the priest, saying, something like a plague has appeared upon my house. The priest shall order the house cleared before the priest enters to examine the plague, so that nothing in the house may become impure. After that, the priest shall enter to examine the house. If when he examines the plague in the walls of the house is found to consist of greenish or reddish streaks that appear to go deep into the wall, the priest shall come out of the house to the entrance of the house and close up the house for 7 days. And it goes on and on, by the way. It's a long thing about the tzarat, this plague of the house, the same name of a disease that was used before for an affliction that comes on a person, on a woman, or in a man there. I want to go to the rabbinical take on it and try to connect it to Passover. We don't always read this Torah portion during Shabbat HaGadol, during the Sabbath before Passover, so it's not necessarily connected to the holiday. It's not like Tisha B'Av that we always read the first chapter of Deuteronomy, the Torah portion of the beginning of Deuteronomy there, or something like that. But I do want to try to connect it. The rabbis are saying this is not what a real estate agent will call a nightmare of a mold or something like that in the house. This shows that there is a problem in the community, whether it's with the owner of that house or with the community in general. And I tried to think about how can I connect that to Passover, and I thought about the fact that Passover is a beloved holiday, the most celebrated Jewish holiday that we have. More than 90% of the Jews in North America somehow celebrate Passover. More than 90% of the Jews in Israel somehow celebrate Passover. And it actually doesn't make sense that so many Jews like to celebrate Passover, because it's a very complicated holiday to celebrate. There are lots of foods that you need to prepare in order to do that. Some of them are foods that we actually don't like. I don't know anyone who loves all the foods of Passover, and I'm not just talking about the ones that are acquired taste, like the ones I like a filter fish or things like that, and most normal people don't like, but also other foods. And it's also a very hard holiday to actually lead. You have to know how to lead the entire Seder. Most of the people have it in their home, so you have to know how to actually do that. And I thought that maybe one of the reasons that it's so popular is because it has the answer to what kind of a society we want to be and what kind of a Jew I want to be. And in many ways, in current Passovers, we're missing the guidelines of what we ought maybe to be. The most obvious one is the rabbis want us to be really curious people that make trouble to each other by posing difficult questions. So we're supposed to ask difficult questions with complicated answers that are not easy to be. And somehow, with the years, we orchestrated all the questions into a melody, and instead of the parent asking the children and they're asking in response, it's now the children that are asking, and they have to chant it, and they have to chant it in a certain melody, and it becomes something that we just do like that, and try to change that if you want to get into trouble as a leader of a seder. But the Manishtana ritual is kind of missing the point that the rabbis wanted Jews to always be people that are intellectually curious and posing questions and not afraid to pose questions. In a way, by the way, maybe that's why on Shabbat HaGadol we say the prophecy of Malachi, which is formatted in a very different way than most prophecies, where Malachi poses a question to the people, and it's kind of a dialogue, so they wanted it to be a dialogue. But there's another thing that I think is more symbolic, and I am not sure that we know what the right answer to that is. We open the door twice during Passover, and we do very different rituals each time we open the door. The first time that we open the door in Passover, we say, Kol dichfin yetever yechol, which means anyone who happens to be there, be our guests, come and eat with us. This is really opening the door to the strangers, to people in need, because we say this is a bread of poverty that we're offering matzah. We're offering those who need us most. We're opening our doors and our hearts, and we're letting everyone come in, which means, I think, is we want our society to be as inclusive as possible, and a Jewish community is a community that brings everybody in, especially the hungry. And then we open again, assumingly to Elijah, but the ritual, the traditional ritual is, and we say, Shfoch hamatcha, we're asking God to pour God's wrath on other nations, on other people. So in a way, what kind of a Jew do I want to be? A Jew who really cares about those in need, who sees poverty and famine and shivers, how do you say that, and feels really bad and horrible with all our minds there, and really is affected and traumatized by that, and invites people literally to their home to eat, or a Jew that opens their door and asks God to bring God's wrath on all the enemies of the people of Israel. I think it's a very relevant question to the people of Israel, especially doing this Passover. I think it's a question that actually is tearing our people into two sections. Do we want to be a shvoch hamatcha, pour your wrath Jew, or do we want to be and open your door to everyone who needs, especially the hungry kind of Jew? Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And we'll say the blessing after reading from the Torah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai biyad Moshe biyad Moshe al pi Adonai biyad Moshe biyad Moshe. אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל, וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל.
Turn to page 256 to return the Torah to the ark and sing together Etz Chaim.
Etz Chaim hi למחזיקים בה, ותומכי המאושר, דרכיה דרכינם, וכל נתיבותיך שלום. השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה, חדש חדש ימינו, חדש ימינו כקדם.
Please be seated. We turn now to page 293. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. On this Shabbat, we remember especially Paula Erdely, Jonathan Zaborski, Irma Blum, M. Carl Fink Sr., Bess Stiebel, Jim Gould, Lily Harris Steinhardt, Richard Harvey, Louis Katz, David L. Prussian, Ressi Voss, Rebecca Block, Jean S. Levin, Pauline Lieberman, Samuel Miller, Goldie Jean Apper, Deborah Pure, Alcin Allen, Bernice Levis, Ervin Moss, Beardy Sales, Joel Sokolov, Carol Boguslavsky, Diana Lane, Flora Steinfeld, Betty Wolf, Jerome Brown, Helen Brown, Harry Daniels, Sarah Friedman, Hyman Goodman, Nathan Schwartz, Ronald Melrose, Deborah Franklin, Barbara Franklin, and in recent days, Neil Lachant. We think of our loved ones, whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. With the blessed memories of our loved ones in our hearts, we rise as we turn to page 294 to say together the Mourner's Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלה ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה על שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. Our closing song is
Oseh Shalom.
עושה שלום.
עושה שלום Shalom Aleinu Ve'al kol Yisrael Ve'yimeru Amen. Ozeh Shalom bimromav Hu yaseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru Amen. Ozeh Shalom bimromav Hu yaseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru Amen. Ozeh Shalom bimromav Hu yaseh Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. May it be a happy and a meaningful Passover for all of us, and may all our people get to see freedom soon in our days. Shabbat Shalom.